How's everybody been doing?
Good.
How's your week?
My week is terrible, man, but I'm good.
Your week was terrible?
Of course it was.
So what happened?
Come on. First question, huh? You want to jump around the room, talk to me?
We gotta get to it. Yo, look, don't feel no way, because I sat in this chair telling everybody it was gonna go one way, and I was surprised.
All right, I'm gonna tell you why I feel away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel away because I know that we had the firepower to make it really competitive.
Right into it, right?
You understand?
Right.
I'm not gonna say we was gonna win, we was gonna smoke them. We had the firepower to really make it competitive.
Right.
But I saw a lack of preparation. Mm-hmm. That's what made me, you understand? That's what made me feel away, because I know all of those dudes on stage, Jim, Joels, and Cam, are super talented dudes with great records.
Right.
But the sound quality didn't sound right. And this is all my opinion.
Right.
The DJ wasn't in sync with Dipset. You know what I mean? Like,
who was the DJ by the way?
I don't even want to speak. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's Cam's DJ.
Okay.
But the Locks DJ, this motherfucker was was in a zone.
Yeah.
Like, he heard what they were saying on the stage and adjusted immediately. You understand?
Immediately.
So I'm sitting in the crowd like, and if you hear Fat Joe tell the story, he said he damn near said like I had a tear in my eye and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Joe, man. Shout out to Joe. Joe in front actually got in with Joe.
Right.
Was I about to cry? No. You know what I'm saying? But it probably looked that way to Joe because I was tight. I'm sitting there like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
This is for all the marbles. Like, yo, what's happening? I was confused for like the first. Honestly, when I'm Ready got played first, I was confused. I'm like, why this record first? Like, this is one of those records that you hold off on and you start with a different mood. Start with like, I built this city. You know what I mean? Like,
a message.
Yeah.
Or if you really want to get fly, start with New York City, because you in the garden.
Welcome to
Start
New York
set it
City.
off with Welcome to New York City.
I did
Coming
feel like
strong and leave out
the
strong.
big guns, like they were saving them. And
And I'm just feeling this way because these are like my brothers, you understand?
Yeah,
like
right.
we came up together, this is 15 years plus.
Yeah.
So I took it extra, you know what I mean? Because of that reason.
Right.
So when I say certain things, people can't look at me like, yo, he just sour because they lost. Nah, it ain't that.
Right.
I know what was supposed to happen.
Because a lot of those records were records you produced.
And a lot of records were left off. The records I produced,
That was a lot.
the records I produced was ringing off the building.
Right.
Dipset Anthem had the building shaking in there.
Yeah.
I'm Ready, even though it went first, had the building shaking in there.
I told people, I was like, yo, there's no response for the anthem.
At all.
There's none.
And quiet as kept, people might hate me for saying this, but I'm gonna keep it real. And again, they might hate me for saying this, I'm gonna say it twice.
It's all good.
It had the building shaking more than the Benjamins. Say whatever you want. Say whatever you want. You know what? And I'm standing on it. Let me say it did. Was you in the building? You wasn't.
That's the thing. The building versus the internet. The building side was different.
No,
that's what Fat Joe was saying. When I
I'm
was listening
in
to this
the
clip.
building.
Yeah.
When you was there?
I was
When they
there.
played
I wasn't
Dipset
there.
Anthem? You was there too.
I was there.
Am I lying to you?
No, you're not. You're not.
I'm sure that building was
What you
shaking.
mean?
I'm sure that building was shaking.
Where I was at, my CD is a good
No, they rock to the Benjamins. What I'm saying is,
it was like,
But
okay.
from home it looked a little bit different. From home it looked a little different.
It was different.
On the cell phone it looked a little different, but from there I'm sure it was
I'm telling you,
super different.
this shit was
Super
different in there.
I told them whenever that
Fresh
dropped,
status.
there's no answer to that.
and let's
There's
put
no
it in
answer.
perspective. At that point,
Word.
they were losing bad, right? So for that song to get that reaction at that moment shows you the power of that song.
Right.
People
Right.
almost forgot they was losing that bad at that point. Like, oh shit, this shit is crazy. You understand?
Right, yeah. Right.
So, again, I take some sort of, at least a minor win in that for myself.
Yeah,
You gotta take a
You
lot of
feel
wins,
good about that.
Yeah, at least
You gotta take a lot of
You
wins,
gotta think about
man.
it. That record was made in the basement in the Bronx. You understand? So to see it rock in Madison Square Garden is
That
a
counts.
personal win. That was made in my mother's
Super personal
basement
win.
while she's upstairs
Super
cooking
personal
food, nigga.
win.
I'm making that, and now it's getting played in Madison Square.
Shout out to the bass.
Like,
Give it up.
that's different, man.
Give it up.
Everybody who know who's been in that club, been in that basement.
Yeah, like a lot of
basement
niggas
is-
been in that basement is like a on the low, like a legendary basement.
Yeah.
Hits was made out of that basement. I'm Ready, Dipset Anthem. Me and Gucci recorded our song for his album in that basement.
Wow.
Cam been to that like that basement is legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, we was rocking in Madison Square, so I took a little win from that.
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
You
that's
know what I
dope.
mean? So
That's not a
all
little
other-
win.
No, I'm just talking about amongst
That's
all
you.
the other
I
bullshit.
get where you're coming from, but
I
that-
take a little minor win from that.
Right, right.
But
Some people would argue it was chemistry.
yeah, I agree with that.
That something
I agree with
was
that.
off with
I'm
the
not sure
set.
that's an argument.
Of course, yeah, I agree
I
with
don't
that.
even know if you can debate that. Like you got the Locks, who, not for nothing, what, 15 plus years, 20 years,
Right.
rocking together, no arguments, no outside beefs. You never heard about nothing, no internet talk, no shade to each
It
other.
was a little minor situation, but it wasn't them.
But can you even really substantiate it? Like, it's not written down. You
No.
had to know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But-
no. The J Hood situation was
Yeah, but
pretty-
that even that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
But
even that was like
they were together on that.
beefing with a cousin. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like even that didn't look as crazy as some of the things we've seen from other folks. They look like a unit at
Of
all
course.
times.
Right.
At all times. No
Hell
matter
yeah.
what's like
Hell
from
yeah.
the stage, on stage, off stage, and it all translated in that performance.
Think about it like this. Their standings never changed, right?
Uh-huh.
Jada was always the main dude. Then you know what I mean. It might have been Styles, and it might have been Chic, right?
And they had no problem with
yeah,
that.
with Dipset, you had times where Cannon was running away with it. Then now Jim
Yeah.
got his momentum.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
up. You know what I mean? So things was shifting around
Joel's-
over the years.
Joel
So
had a moment.
Joel,
right.
before
So
that.
if I think I'm the man, but he been up for the last 4 or 5 years, it's kind of like,
Wow.
you understand? Like
Yeah.
who's who now? Who's
Right.
the general now? Who's the second in charge? And I'm not saying that's what it is, but that could be it. Because different success stories came out of Cam, Joel's, and Jim at different points. You know what I'm saying? So
Fair.
it depends,
It
man.
looked
You-
like the
you
difference
think-
between a crew and a group to me. Like there's a crew, y'all hang
It-
together,
it-
y'all
wow.
tight.
This is what it
but then
looked
there's
like.
a group, and groups.
It looked like
Groups go-
it looked like niggas that was trying to really get their relationship all the way together, as opposed to niggas who've been
Wow.
chilling together strong for 25 years straight.
And had
understand?
preparation. That
And let's not get this
Yeah,
twisted,
the
'cause I don't want-
preparation was like over the top.
Right. I don't want people to take it out of context. It's like I still believe they're brothers and they love each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
facts.
it's like to me it's almost like growing pains. Like
Yeah.
they're switching. Like Joel's was a kid when he joined Dipset. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now he's a full grown adult with kids and a wife, and so a lot of things changed. You know what I'm saying? So people probably want to get treated different or put in a different light or whatever the case is.
grow up,
Right.
Right. So you know, at the battle, I'm sure one person was probably running the show. I'm sure Cam was running the show because Diplomats is Cam's at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the Locks, they probably all was throwing input in. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's try this. Let's try that. And I think that kind of showed on stage.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely.
Well, I don't know because Jada Kiss was pretty much running the show. Bro. Like, let's be
He
real.
wrote you the DJ was running the show.
But
Yeah,
that's
a part
No,
of the
but-
preparation. That's a part of the
But being
preparation.
a battle rapper,
Yeah.
I know how important it is to push narratives.
Right.
And Kiss
He
was
did that-
a
he did
battle
that against
rapper
Fab,
that
too.
night.
He pushed the narrative against Fab, too.
Exactly, and I forgot that. That was the one thing that I forgot when I was making predictions for this, because Kiss will talk you out of the win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he was
100%.
up there,
That's
like,
what he was
why
doing.
they don't know the words?
Yeah.
He's pointing out all these things
Karaoke.
to
But
make what
tell me
they're
if I'm
doing.
wrong.
It was
singing.
real systematic.
It was exactly.
It was real systematic.
Exactly.
And if you notice, like every time like something was said to them, like Sheik, they tried to call out Sheik. Immediately it was about
The D-
four
and the DJ
seconds
was
later.
ready.
Later.
Reservoir Dogs. Right into it.
Right.
Right.
But tell me if I'm wrong. If there's any rapper in the industry that could have outdid Kiss at his own talking game, it should have been Cam.
Facts.
That's how I looked at it.
Word.
No, I'm-
Cam is
Cam
one of
is
the
litty.
wittiest rappers
Cam
I've
is-
ever met.
yeah.
I feel like he caught on late when he was like, yo, I see what you doing. You
Yeah,
trying to
he
make this
caught
a
on, yeah.
freestyle shit. You ain't got no hits, nigga. I was like, yeah. I told kid, fight back. Fight back.
If you really think about it, I ended up doing some light research, right? I went into the YouTube and I looked up a Locks live set.
Wow.
Only thing they did was take building blocks out of their set they've been doing the last 20 years, the back-to-back, the performative part of it, the execution. They checked the boxes and they checked the boxes of one thing that people overlooked the whole night: hip hop.
Yeah.
It wasn't about niggas came
real.
out there trying to swag rap,
Yup.
Right.
and some niggas came out there to rap.
Right.
And then when you put that on the stage and you put it in action for a performative side of it, you start to get
Difference between a crew and a group.
Yup.
just an
Seriously.
execution.
Which
and
is the difference
preparation.
between a crew and a group.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
30 days in the hole together.
Yeah, that's
They
real.
had 30 days in the hole.
30 days
They
in the hole.
They tried that in 2 days in. Like,
Yeah.
No,
let's get this together.
It was
No.
more focused. It was more focused on aesthetic. than
Three
performance.
solo performers versus a group.
Yes.
You're always going to get washed.
Yes.
It's never going to end well for you.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I don't know if people microanalyze this shit, but I'm gonna tell you where it started, and you can go back and watch it. It started because Michael Buffer forgot to introduce Cam. That's why Cam didn't come out.
Is
in
that
my
why
opinion.
he was walking back? I heard he was trying to leave.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
So Cam's mood was already off. That fucked the whole battle up in my head.
Right.
Because you could see when Cam came out, he came out like, I don't even want to be here.
You think Kiss paid him to do that?
Who, Michael Buffer?
I heard he got like $1 million to say that thing.
Let's
you
get
said.
it.
Yeah, let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
I heard he got like $1 million
Huh?
and shit.
Oh, they'll flag? You can't even say it.
Say
No,
what?
it
Oh,
belongs to
just make
him.
sure you blur it out.
Yeah, that thing he be saying.
Yo, just keep blurring out. Just keep blurring it out.
Oh, you
Every
can't-
time.
you
That
say
thing he
that
saying.
Yo, he got that.
Automatically.
He got that copywritten, bro. He's the only person on
Wow,
earth who.
small
And his
guy.
brother,
Yeah.
his brother's in the UFC,
Yeah.
and he locked up his phrase. It's time. Like that's his.
His brother might
Oh,
be popping
shit.
more than him now.
because UFC is
'Cause of UFC.
popping bigger than boxing.
Yeah.
Well, at least
That's
it's
another
more
thing, man. I
popular.
don't even like to hear that because I'm a big boxing fan. When I
Oh.
hear that, I feel like,
Oh, you should sit in the next episode then.
well, who's on there?
Kid Chocolate.
Yeah,
Oh,
fuck
that's
with
what's
Kid
up.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Salute.
That's gonna be a deep one.
Salute.
This Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas.